Hi dear students, I hope you all are keeping fine. In this season or in this COVID season, we are unable to have regular classes. So here we are with online classes. This year we are following the textbook of Geography for Class 2 written by Veena Bhargava and published by Goyal Brothers Prakashan. Now we are with our first lesson, representation of geographical features. We know that Earth's surface is not even. It is having plains, plateaus, mountains, valleys and various other features. To represent these features on the map is a complicated task. And this map is made by surveying the landforms on the Earth's surface. So these maps are called survey maps, or topographical maps are also called survey maps. And there are various methods are used for representing these land features on the map. The major features which we are using to represent on the land features on the map are hatchery, then hill shading, then form lines, then spot height, triangulation point, benchmark, and contour line. These are the different methods by which we can represent the land features on the map. Hatchery, hill shading, form line, spot height, triangulation points, benchmark and contour lines. These all features may have its own advantage as well as disadvantage. The first thing is hatchery. In hatchery, we are representing the various features by making good number of dots or dotted lines. So in this, suppose even if a hill is there, it is being represented by having good number of small lines. Such methods are being used for hatchery. Then second method is, and the disadvantage of this one is that it is not giving the actual height of a mountain. It's not giving the actual height. It cannot be represented for giving the actual height. Second one is hill shading. Here shading is used for representing the slopes. Steep slopes is shaded by dark shade and light shade is used for representing gentle slopes. Then third one is form line. In that dotted lines are being used. Third method is form line, and in form line dotted lines are being used, dotted contour lines are being used, and here also no proper height can be made or accessed by having this method. Then fourth method is spot height. In spot height, this is being represented after measuring the height of particular areas, and a dot is being made and the height of that hill will be represented. Suppose if the hill is having 500 meters height, it is being represented, or that particular point is having 500 meter height, it is represented by giving a dot, and that method is known as spot height. Then the next method is triangulation method. In triangulation method, a small triangle is being used for representing that altitude or that hill of that area, and a small triangle will be made and the number is being written, and this is known as triangulation method. And here this height of the mountain is, or height of a hill is calculated by using trigonometrical method. And the next one is benchmark. This is also being calculated by actually measuring that height of that area, and it is being represented by writing benchmark 500, indicating that particular area is having that much height, and it is being represented by writing it on a rock or sometimes or on a building. And the last method is contour lines. Contour lines are the most reliable one because it is giving the actual height of the area by using lines. Now we have to see about something more about contour lines. Contour lines are imaginary lines which is joining the places on their surface having same height below or above the sea level. Contour lines are imaginary lines joining places with same height above or below sea level. These lines are used for making various land features. These contour lines can be used for making a mountain on the map, or marking a mountain on the map, or a valley or a hill, different types of hills, plateaus, everything can be represented by using contour lines. These contour lines are having certain characteristic features. The first characteristic feature is its index contour. Every contour line, suppose even if a mountain is created or if a hill is made on the map by using contour lines, there are certain rules and regulations for making this contour line. The first rule is that, or first characteristic feature is that, every contour line is spaced at an interval of 20 meters. Or that space between two contour lines is calculated as 20 meters. And whenever a landform is created by using contour line, each and every fifth line is highlighted. Fifth line, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line will be darkened, and that particular line is known as index contour. Suppose even if we are having extra two more lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line. Fifth line will be darkened further, and that particular line will be called the index contour, and its value will be always 100 meters. 100 meters. So every fifth contour line is highlighted, and that particular contour is known as index contour. Then second characteristics is its interval. The space between two contours, we said that it is 20 meters. 20 meters, and that itself is known as its interval. And it is used for helpful for various for analyzing the landforms. Features of contour lines are there. The value of contour indicates the altitude of the feature. Suppose even if it is having more height, more numbers, good numbers, we can understand that it is correctly showing the actual height of that areas. The space between two contour lines indicate the nature of the slopes. That is another feature, another important feature. The space between two contour lines indicate the nature of the slopes. Suppose if contour lines are closely placed each other, it is indicating steep slopes. If two contour lines are placed far apart each other, it is showing gentle slopes. Imagine a conical hill is there. How we can make this hill by using contour lines. See, it is having gentle slopes on all sides. So contour lines will be created having same distance from each contour lines. It may have same interval. Suppose even if it is having, if a hill is having gentle slopes on one side and the steep slopes on another side, it can be represented in a different method. We said that gentle slopes will be represented by widely spaced contour lines, whereas steep slopes are represented by contour lines having very less distance. So, in this way we can understand that gentle slopes are represented by widely spaced contour lines, whereas steep slopes are represented by contour lines placed closely together. Next we have to see about the various landforms created by or various landforms marked by using contour lines. First we have to see about a conical hill that we have seen already. Conical hill is shown by contour lines having same distance from each and every points. That we have already seen in a conical hill, slopes are gentle, so contour lines are having same interval from each and every point. Such land feature can be easily marked by using contour lines. Then another land feature we have to see about a ridge. A ridge is a mountain chain. A ridge is a mountain chain having multiple peaks. It can be represented by using contour lines. How it is represented? So a mountain chain or a ridge can be represented by using such a method of contouring. Then third one is a watershed. Watershed or water divide. It is also a type of mountain chain which is having different types of slopes towards two sides and dividing water sources towards two opposite sides. That also can be represented how a mountain chain is created. Then again a plateau. Another land features like a plateau, then again a cliff, a waterfall, then again a pass, saddle, col and gap, etc. Everything can be represented by using contouring. What is a plateau? We know a plateau is a high elevated landmass with a flat top. So how a plateau can be identified by using contouring. It may have either steep or gentle slopes on both sides and may have a flat top. So it also can be represented by contour lines. But it is having, the contours are drawn leaving a big gap in the center, indicating flat top. Such a land feature can be identified as a plateau. Then another one land feature we have to mark by using contour line is a cliff. What is cliff? A cliff is a very steep rock or hill overlooking a sea. It can be generally seen in the coastal areas where land is suddenly merging with the sea. It may be a sea, and such a steep fall of rock is known as cliff. This also can be represented by using contour lines. Such a feature is identified as cliff. Then again waterfall. Waterfall is also having steep cliff areas where water will be falling abruptly into a river bed. Then again another land features like a pass. Pass means a small gap between or a depression between two mountain chain is known as pass. Then again a col. Col is also formed between two ridge of mountain or a watershed. Then again saddle. It is a shallow depression between two peaks. Then again gap. That also, these are all features which are related to mountain chain. This also can be represented by using contour lines. Let us see what is about pass. A pass can be identified on this area is known as pass. So it can be represented by using contour lines. So this is identified as a pass. Then second feature is gap. Gap is having further more depth, which is very close to the surface, that also can be represented by using contour lines. Then again col, saddle, these are all having similar land features. It is a gap or a shallow depression being found in between two peaks or two mountain range. So today we have seen about the representation of geographical features by using different methods. First we said about the different methods by which geographical features can be identified, and we have seen the different methods like hatching, hill shading, dot lines or form lines, spot height, triangulation method, benchmark and contour line. And we have seen about contour lines. We defined the contour lines are imaginary lines joining places with same height above or below the sea level. And we have seen the characteristic features of contour lines. Contours are placed at an interval of 20 meters. This interval is known as the spacing between two contour lines, and we said that every fifth contour line is highlighted, and that particular contour is known as index contour. And we also have seen that the space between two contour indicate the nature of slopes. If the space is greater, we can assume that it is having gentle slopes, and if the space between two contours are less, we can understand that it is steep slopes. Then we have seen different land features created by contour lines. We have seen conical hill, then again a ridge or a mountain chain, then again a watershed, then again a plateau, a cliff, waterfall, then again different other features like pass, saddle, col and gap. I am adding some photos of this lesson so that you can have a better reading. Thank you. Have a nice day.